Hi guys, so for today's video I am going to tell you everything that I wanted to recommend you guys for today, October 10th, as well as for tomorrow, October 11th. So starting off for today, October 10th, I'm going to recommend a NoSleep podcast episode, and that episode is Season 9, Episode 7. And for Tales from the Darkside, the episode that I wanted to recommend is from Season 2, Episode 12, and that episode is called Monsters in My Room. And surprisingly, I was surprised to see Seth Green in the episode, but at first I didn't recognize him because he was just a kid. I think for me he looked like a 7 to 9 year old, or maybe 6 to 9, I don't know, but he looked so tiny, and it took me until like half of the episode to realize that it was Seth Green. So anyway, that was a surprise for me, and the description for Monsters in My Room is: a quiet 8-year-old tries to convince his parents that monsters lurk in his bedroom. Today's movie that I wanted to recommend you guys is Would You Rather, and that movie came out in 2012, and I first saw Would You Rather on Netflix. I don't know if they have that movie now. I hope they do, because that movie was fantastic. Okay, so this movie is very gruesome and very graphic. So in one part, I had to pause it to take a deep breath and to compose myself. I rarely pause movies to compose myself, but I've only done that for Would You Rather and for Stigmata. I believe I recommended Stigmata last year for the horror series. But anyway, Would You Rather is an insane, crazy, awesome movie, and I would totally see it again, even if it meant that I had to pause it and take a deep breath or whatever. But it was just an incredible movie. And at the end, I remember at like the very end, I thought to myself, oh man, what if this happened in the end? And then it happened, and I was just like so surprised that I guessed that in the last second. And I remember I told that to my cousin Cindy, and she said, oh, how did the ending come? Like, how did you figure it out so quick? Because for her, she didn't know that the movie was going to end the way it did. So I highly recommend that you see Would You Rather, and I hope that they have it on Netflix. Okay, so moving on, for October 11th, tomorrow, I am going to recommend Season 10, Episode 6 of the NoSleep podcast. And for Tales from the Darkside, I wanted to recommend the episode Season 3, Episode 5. And I hope I'm saying this right, but the episode is called the Geezenstacks. For this episode, the description reads: bizarre coincidences occur when a little girl receives a dollhouse. Alright, so for tomorrow, October 11th, I wanted to recommend the movie House of Wax. And I chose this movie for tomorrow because tomorrow Supernatural starts up again. I believe it's season 14 on CW. And Jared Padalecki, the guy who plays Sam Winchester in Supernatural, is in this movie. This movie also has Paris Hilton in it, and I remember when I was a little girl, I was so surprised to see her in a horror film, but yet I was so happy because I believe that people had low expectations for her, and I'm happy that she proved many people wrong with how she acted, and I know she tried, so I was really happy that she got to show off some of her acting skills. So I'm very happy to see Paris Hilton and Jared Padalecki in this movie, and I just think this movie is so iconic because the two of them are in it. Okay, I think my fangirling is a little too much for this movie, but I honestly love this movie so much because of the two of them. Alright, so anyway, to finish this up, this movie was very intense and very gross in some parts, especially when you get to see inside the House of Wax. It was very disturbing. But one more thing about House of Wax, I thought it was so cool and crazy how Paris was in an episode of Supernatural, because when I saw her, I was just like, whoa, she was in a movie with Jared, and I thought it was really cool that they included her in the show. Okay, so now my fangirling is really done now. Alright, so to finish up this video, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and as far as the links for the NoSleep podcast and the trailer for the movies, that'll all be in the description box down below. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys soon.